Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights. I'm Linda, your accounting coach. So, want to continue our conversation on what does closing the books mean? So, as you probably know, closing the books, this is only used when we're talking about accounting. In the accounting world, there are just terms that we don't use in our everyday language. And closing the books are three words that we usually don't use. And one of the first steps to closing the books is reconciliation. Once again, we usually don't use that term often, not these days. So many of you, when you grew up, you probably saw your parents having a actual checkbook and they would write down all the checks that they written out. And then at the end of the month, when they received the bank statement in the mail, they would reconcile. They will say, okay, these are all the checks that have been cashed. Is it in my check register? And then compare all the checks that have not been cashed, and they would reconcile that balance, basically making sure your check register and your bank statement matches. And this step is very important because this is what small businesses and nonprofits should also be doing on a monthly basis. So reconciliation is the process of ensuring that your accounting software, whether that's QuickBooks or Zero, whatever the case may be, that those transactions, that balance matches what's in the bank. This is key because this ensures, I should say, that your financial reports are somewhat accurate. And I say somewhat because depending on your organization, you may have to do some journal entries or other entries to ensure those financial reports are accurate. But once again, the reconciliation for your bank accounts and your credit card accounts are so important because once again, you want to ensure whatever's in the bank, those transactions are also in your accounting software. So when you run your financial reports, you know how much came in and how much went out. Also, with reconciliation, it identifies duplicates. I've seen this when performing reconciliation. Sometimes, however it gets in there, there's duplicate transactions. And so when you do a reconciliation, if that reconciliation balance is not zero, possibly there could be a duplicate transaction. Also, you'll be able to identify unclear transactions. So sometimes you'll write a check, issue out a payment, and it could be 60 days, 90 days, 120 days that it's still on your check register as not cash. Those are the events where you actually need to reach out to the payee and ask what went on. Usually it got lost in the mail. For whatever reason, they never did receive it. Or they may have lost it and didn't call you and let you know. So I've seen that happen quite a bit. Also, reconciliation identifies just missing transactions. Maybe something didn't get coded. So this is why reconciliation is so important. So not only does it allow you to not allow but ensure that your financial reports are somewhat accurate, but also it helps you help you clean up your books to make sure you don't have those type of errors that we just discussed. Also, with reconciliation, it allows you to focus on cash. You actually get to see, okay, my bank balance says this at the end of the month. Here's all my deposits, all the money that came through, and then here's all the expenses that came out. So it allows you to look at your business in a different viewpoint. So you want to ensure that the reconciliations for your bank and your credit card are done once a month. So once again, once a month, a lot of times people think they can put it off. Oh, I can get to it in 2 months, 3 months, or when tax season comes. You want to do it once a month. So that way, if there's any issues, you can address it right away. Everything is fresh in your mind, and you don't have to spend additional time if you wait 2 to 3 months down the road. So, once again, this reconciliation allows your accounting software, the financial reports, to be in alignment with what the bank actually says. So, not only do you reconcile the bank account, you also reconcile your credit card account. So, tip of the week, make sure you reconcile your bank and credit card statements. Hopefully, this information is helpful. Make sure you share, comment, and like, and we'll see you next time.